Colorado Rockies' baseball is back here on the Sideline Crowd YouTube page as the third game, or as the final game of this series against the Detroit Tigers. Come to a conclusion, Tigers have won 2 of these games, getting ready for the sweep. So Rockies look to bounce back and avoid getting swept here in Detroit. So Rockies were losers of yesterday's game that we did not broadcast. Daniel Norris gets the start for the Tigers in his 9th start. He's 2-5 with a 3.02 ERA. 38 strikeouts to 14 walks. 39 hits given up with a 1.19 whip. So looking to... It's back. He just hasn't had the defense or the offense behind him. As Trevor Story will lead things off here for the Rockies. 2 home runs in yesterday's game. He's upped his total to 6. So he's in 225 on the year, 18 RBIs. Rockies looking to get back in the win column after winning the Philadelphia series, just looking to avoid the sweep here. Here's the first pitch to Story. Misses up and in, and we are underway here. Tigers have upped their record to 11-25, still last in the Central, but have enjoyed some success against the Rockies. Won in extra innings on Monday. That runs inside 2-0. And won yesterday. Beautiful day here in Detroit. 69 degrees, partly cloudy. Wind 8 miles per hour blown out to right field. Not too bad of a day. Here comes the 2-0 delivery. That runs inside, ball 3. So leadoff man Story's got himself a 3-0 count. Here's the 3-0 to Story. Swing grounder to third. Goodrum's got it. He'll fire to first, and there's one away here. So we get a look here at the Rockies starting lineup here. Trevor Story leads things off, then David Dahl, the center fielder. Third baseman Nolan Arenado bats third. Cleanup batter Charlie Blackmon in right. Daniel Murphy at first batting 5th. Sam Hilliard in left batting 6th. Ian Desmond the DH in 7th. Ryan McMahon batting 8th at second base, and Tony Walters behind the plate again. Here's David Dahl now. He's really up that average to 264. He's had a good road trip so far. As he takes a call at strike 1. The 0-1 misses down and away. His last 3 games, Dahl's hitting .615. Been having a good time as of late. Here's the 1-1. This one's flared back behind third. Makes the catch as Candelario, and there's 2 away here for the Rockies in the first. I'm bringing up the third baseman Nolan Arenado. In the midst of a 13-game hitting streak. Had a home run in yesterday's game. Hitting .321. He's got 9 homers, 28 RBIs. Here's the first pitch to Arenado. Taken all the way, it's strike 1. Had a 2-run homer in yesterday's game. Here's the 0-1. Runs high, ball 1. Here's the 1-1. Way in front of that changeup. It's 1-2 now. Bounces in the dirt, evens count at 2. That one's fouled away. 2-2. Misses high, runs the count full. Here's the payoff pitch to Arenado. Just misses inside, ball 4, so 2-out walk here to the Rockies' third baseman, and Daniel Norris now will have to face Charlie Blackmon. A lot of lefties in this Rockies lineup. against the left-hander. Charlie Blackmon, who's 8th in the National League in batting average, so .345. Best on the team. Here's the first pitch to Blackmon. First pitch swinging, he fouls that one away. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now on Blackmon. Blackmon has struggled in this road trip somewhat, but mostly in this series. Here's the pitch, bounces in the dirt, squirts a little bit away, but Austin Romine scoops it up. Now 1-2 to Blackmon. Swinging a line, driving to right field. That's down for a base hit. And now with 2 outs, Rockies have men on first and second. Nice piece of hitting there. Not trying to do too much. Going with the pitch. Blackmon puts the bat to the ball. Nice line drive into right field. You'll take that any day. And I'll bring up the hot-hitting Daniel Murphy with runners on first and second. 2 outs. Murphy's had a good road trip. Misses ball 1. He's got 6 homers now on the year. Rocky's starting to get the long ball a little bit more as of late. Here's the 1-0 to Murphy. Called strike there. The 1-1 hit out to deep left field, but he's there to make the catch. And that'll retire the side. Travis DeMerit makes the catch, and Daniel Norris gets out of the inning. Chichi Gonzalez back in the Rockies after being called up, making his 5th start of the year. He's had a rough one, 0-3 with 8.84 ERA, 14 strikeouts to 10 walks, 21 hits allowed, 169 whip. He looks to bounce back. Had a good little stint in Albuquerque before being called up. Back today with the big league club. He'll face Cameron Maben, the center fielder, to lead things off here. Reyes getting the day off. Rockies 14-20 after dropping these first 2 games of this series. A couple of transactions for the Rockies coming in today. It's the 1-0. This one's hit out to right field. Blackmon's there to make the catch. As we get a look here at the Tigers starting lineup. Cameron Maben, center field, batting first. Then Jordy Mercer, the second baseman. Harold Castro, the DH today, batting third. C.J. Cron at first, batting fourth. Austin Romine behind the plate. And then Kristen Stewart out in right. Nico Goodrum at short. Heimer Candelario at third. And Travis DeMerit batting ninth in left field. Jordy Mercer stands in there. 252 average, 2 homers, 3 RBIs. Saw Mercer in yesterday's game play shortstop. Here's the 1-0. Misses inside, ball 2. Yesterday went 2 for 4 with a double in that 9-5 Detroit win. There's the 2-0. Fouled away. It's like I was saying, some of the Rockies transactions, they sent Garrett Hampson, Jeff Hoffman, and Antonio Senzatella down to Albuquerque. There's 2-1. Catches it. It's 2-2. They've recalled Chichi Gonzalez. Yency Almonte is now up with the club in the bullpen. And third baseman Josh Fuentes has been called up from Albuquerque. Here's the 2-2 to Mercer. Popped up, foul territory. Arenado there to make the catch, and there's 2 away here in the first for the Tigers. Chichi Gonzalez has got 2 outs. Good pitch there by Gonzalez. Fastball up and in. Just gets Mercer to pop it up. I'll bring up the DH Harold Castro, 14 RBIs, second on the team. He was the hero in Monday night's game with the base hit. Put it out to center field. Dahls there, makes the catch, and a 1-2-3 inning. And Chichi Gonzalez's return to the rotation here in Detroit. Right to the top of the second, no score. Hilliard, Desmond, and McMahon due up for the Rockies. Left-hand hitting left fielder Sam Hilliard is back in there. And here's the first pitch to Hilliard. Called strike there. Last 4 games, he's had 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. The 0-1, check swing, but it's called the ball. Hilliard did not play in yesterday's game. Had the day off after basically playing for a week straight. Here's the 1-1 to Hilliard. Swinging a line drive into right field. That gets down in front of the right fielder for a base hit. So leadoff man aboard. Just drops that one in front of Krista Stewart, the right fielder. I'm going to be in Desmond, 242 average, home run, 6 RBIs. With the DH in play, he's had the opportunity to play a little bit more as of late. Kind of splitting time with Chris Owings and Sam Hilliard in left. Here's the first pitch to Desmond. Misses low, ball 1. Desmond in yesterday's game went 1 for 4. 2 strikeouts. One and one now on the Rockies DH. Grant hits that one foul down the first base line, and it's 1-2. Well, Rockies have really struggled as of late. It's mostly been in that bullpen, but still a lot of elements. This one's chopped to second. The flip over to second, over to first, in time. They double off Ian Desmond, so just like that, there's 2 away now in the inning. Slow chopper just beats it into the ground. Mercer with a nice backhand flip over to Goodrum for a nice 4-6-3 double play. Just barely gets Desmond, who runs well. I'm bringing up Ryan McMahon now. It's 3 for 17 in his last 4 games. That was a bang-bang play at first. Looking at a replay. That was close. Ryan McMahon now stands in. It's kind of cooled off as of late. So last 7 games, he's got 2 home runs and 4 RBIs, but nothing more than that. 0 for 4 in yesterday's game. Rough time for a lot of the Rockies lineup. The 1-1 to McMahon misses low. It's 2-1 now. There's the 2-1 to McMahon. Big swing there, but it comes up empty at the changeup. It's 2-2. Rough time for the Rockies. Still just trying to find their footing, hit their stride with pitching and hitting, just kind of get everyone firing on all cylinders, but they've had a rough go of it. Full count here now on Ryan McMahon. Norris winds and deals, and this one's fouled away. Norris already up to 34 pitches. Rockies making him work. Here's a 3-2. Swing and a miss. He got him on the fastball, and that'll retire the side. So the Rockies get the first man aboard, but a quick double play in the strikeout. We head to the bottom of the second. No score here in Detroit. Rockies looking to avoid the sweep. So we get C.J. Cron, the first baseman, in there today. In 209, homer, 5 RBIs. Miguel Cabrera getting the day off. He's had a good series. Cabrera yesterday went over 3, but did very well on Monday. Had a couple of doubles, 3 singles. Last 3 games, though, Crone's hitting .417. Really picking things up. It's the 1-0 catch at the outside corner, 1-1. Won about 14 or 15 innings. So a couple games with the Isotopes in Albuquerque. Chichi Gonzalez put up a 1.68 ERA. Big swing there by Crone, but he comes up empty on the cutter. It's 1-2. Really found some success, and so that earned him the call-up with the struggles of Antonio Senzatella and Jeff Hoffman, who's kind of been wavering out in the bullpen. There's the 1-2 to Crone. Misses high, ball 2. So that earned Chichi a call back up to the big league club. Look at him keep his spot this time around. Count runs full now. When he was sent down, Ryan Castellani was called up. Castellani, a rough day yesterday. This one's hit foul. Castellani in yesterday's game only went 3 1/3, gave up 7 runs, 6 of them earned. Walked 3 and struck out 1. Tyler Kinley went inning and 2/3, gave up 4 runs, 3 of them earned. Again, he walked 2 and struck out 2. And then Yency Almonte finished out the game for the Rockies, went 3 innings, only gave up 1 hit. This one's grounded to first, or to short, throw on to first. That gets him. Almonte gave up an unearned run in the 9th. Take a look at the Rockies defensively, left to right in the outfield. Sam Hilliard, David Dahl, Charlie Blackmon infield. As usual, Arenado, Story, McMahon, Murphy, and then Wolters behind the plate. Rockies 9th in the National League with fielding percentage at .986. Getting a little bit better with the glove. As Austin Romine, the catcher, will hit now. First pitch to him. Misses low, ball 1. Rockies just really trying to get some consistency out of their starters. Castellani, who had a solid outing against the Phillies, really struggled. Here's the 2-0 to Romine, misses outside, 3-0s. Christian Stewart waits on deck. Here's the 3-0. Runs outside, ball 4, so 1-out walk here to the Tigers catcher. I'll bring up their right fielder, Christian Stewart. In the midst of a 12-game hitting streak. He's been doing very well. Rockies held him to 1 hit in yesterday's game. Rockies gave up 12 hits to the Tigers yesterday. First pitch to Stewart's hit deep to right field. Blackmon going back, makes the catch. Out against the wall, and there's 2 away now. Got a good piece of it, but just not all of it. As that one manages to stay in the ballpark, and I'll bring up Nico Goodrum. Hitting a .179, 2 homers, 10 RBIs. The shortstop didn't play in yesterday's game. Second round pick in the 2010 draft as that pitch catches the inside part of the blade. It's 1-0. The 0-1 to Goodrum. This one's lined into the gap in right center field. That's going to get down. Up against the wall. Dahl runs after it. He'll get it. Runner will get the stoplight at third. They'll get the stop sign at third. Now there's men in scoring position with 2 outs here. Good piece of hitting there by Goodrum. Squares it up and just lines it into the gap. Luckily, they don't run well at first, and so there's 2 away here. Called strike to the knees. Heimer Candelario, the hitter now. 159 average. Gonzalez looking to get out of this without giving up the run. Here's the 0-1. Just misses outside, 1-1. Candelario in yesterday's game, in his last game, was held hitless. Here's the 1-1. That just misses outside, 2-1 now. Well, this is part of the reason why Gonzalez was sent down to Albuquerque. 2-1, misses inside, 3-1. Travis Demare waits on deck. He was just really struggling keeping runs from scoring. The Rockies sent him down. He had an 8, as we saw at the beginning. ERA over 8. Called strike there on the changeup. He runs the count full. So he was sent down and then found some success a little bit in his little bit of time in Albuquerque. Rockies called him back up here to face Detroit. Here's the payoff pitch. That one's just grounded foul. They'll do it again here. But that's kind of been a story for the entirety of the Rockies pitching staff. Preventing runs as that pitch runs high, and that'll load them with nobody out. 24 pitches this inning for Gonzalez. Now we'll face Travis Demeritte. 1 for 2 in yesterday's game with a couple of walks. Scored 3 runs. Scored 3 of the 9 runs for the Tigers in our unbroadcasted game yesterday. First pitch to Demeritte misses inside. It's 1-0. Here's the 1-0 to Demeritte. Swing and a miss there. It's 1-1. Misses on the cutter. One delivery. That one's hit well foul. It's 1-2. Comes the 1-2 to Demeritte. Tapper to first. Murphy's got it. Fires over to Gonzalez, who covers, and he gets out of the inning. So the Tigers load him, but they can't get any of those ducks in. We head to the top of the third. No score here, as Rockies looking to bounce back at the plate and avoid the sweep. As Tony Wolters, the catcher, will lead things off. Wolters had the day off yesterday as Dom Nunez got the start. Wolters hitting .293 with a homer, 11 RBIs. First pitch to Wolters, taken all the way for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 to Wolters, runs outside, 1-1. Well, Dom Nunez batting for Wolters yesterday, went 1 for 3. Here's the 1-1. Hits that one foul back. Runs it to 1-2. Once again, a lot of situations where the Rockies had men on base. They had 7 hits. But all of their runs came via the home run. Arenado had 2 RBIs off his home run. So Walter strikes out. And then Trevor Story, Stuup, had 2 home runs in yesterday's game for 3 RBIs. Rockies only scored 5. Got him a nice slider there, down, or changeup down in the zone. Second strikeout for Norris. I'll bring up the shortstop, Trevor Story. First pitch to him is a called strike. Story, a ground out victim in the first. And as Norris winds and deals. This one's hit high and deep to center field. Maben ranging back, and he's going to catch it at the wall. Just shy of the padded wall out there in center. Story gives it a ride. but just missed. He's getting the Rockies on the board here in the third. I'll bring up David Dahl. Popped out in the first. Seen Story really starting to improve. Him and Dahl starting to get their bats a little bit hotter. They're getting more comfortable. First strike there. Dahl in the midst of a 4-game hit streak. He's really in a bit of a slump over the past week, but he's upped his average here quite a bit. Here's the 0-1 to Dahl. That one's lined foul. Norris at 44 pitches. So 0-2 now on David Dahl, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with the fastball up and in. And the Rockies go down 1-2-3 with a couple of strikeouts here in the third. We head to the bottom of the inning. Still no score here in Detroit. Cameron Maben, the center fielder, will lead things off. Fly out in the first. Here's the first pitch to him. Misses ball one. Here's the 1-0. Just catches the zone. It's 1-1 now. Chichi Gonzalez doing a lot better pounding the zone this time around. This one's hit into left field. Hilliard ranges over and makes the catch. And there's one away here to start the Tigers' third. When we look at the standings in the West, Colorado coming in fourth at 14-20. They're 6 games behind the Dodgers, who are 21-15, followed by San Diego, Arizona, and then San Francisco just a half game behind the Rockies at 15-22. As always, that seems to be the story for the West, is looking up at the Dodgers. Everybody's trying to chase them down, trying to dethrone them as the kings of the National League West. 7 straight titles in the National League West. Here's the 1-1. Just misses outside, 2-1. Both the Diamondbacks and the Rockies, at least the last couple of years, have given the Dodgers a little bit of run for their money. Rockies especially, as they took them to game 163 in 2018. Ultimately, they lost that game, and Gonzalez gets him swinging at the fastball. There's now 2 away here. It's pumping the gas right past Jordy Mercer. And there's quickly 2 outs here in the third. It's Harold Castro, the DH, will bat here. That one bounces away. Ball 1. Castro, the hero in Monday night's game. He's hit a slow dribbler down the first baseline, but just past Daniel Murphy. His last 8 games, he's got 2 triples, 3 doubles, and 7 RBIs. Harold Castro has been a threat for the Tigers. This one's popped into foul territory. Arenado makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 3 up, 3 down here in the third for the Tigers. We head to the top of the fourth. Heart of the order, due up for the Rockies. Still no score here at Comerica Park. Nolan Arenado will lead things off here in the fourth against Daniel Norris. Walked in the first inning. I'd like to remind everyone that this is Skylar Timmons as part of the Sideline Crowd. You can find us on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. They're not affiliated with MLB, Colorado Rockies, or MLB The Show. I'm doing this for fun as that pitch misses high, ball 1. Coming up in the 5th inning, we'll try to look at some headlines around baseball. So the 1-0 bounced over to Mercer, who's got it, and throws it over to first. Hard hit ball there. Took a weird hop, but Jordy Mercer able to play it perfectly. Catches it on one hop and throws it over to first. I'll bring up Charlie Blackman 1 for 1. That play with Mercer, a little tough. Those are, because choppers are always tough to judge as an infielder. First pitch, strike there on Blackman. He's got 19 RBIs. Because you don't know how much to charge it, so you just sort of have to sit and wait for it to bounce to you, or run fast enough and try and cut it off. Those are really your two options. Mercer there got a hard enough bounce that he could charge in, grab it, and then have enough time to kind of set his feet and just toss it over to first for the out. But that's always a tough decision when you're an infielder, especially middle infielder. Here's the 1-2 to Blackman. Got him swinging there at the changeup, down and away, and there's quickly 2 away here. 4th strikeout for Norris in as many innings. I'm bringing up Daniel Murphy. Blackman just having a hard time getting the gauge on Daniel Norris. Murphy's over 1. And this is outside with the slider. Fly out in the first for Murphy. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Just misses down and in, 2-0. Another 2-0 delivery to Murphy. Catches the zone. It's 2-1. Time and time again, the Rockies have just struggled in this series. If they get a lead, they relinquish it, or they just have a hard time catching up. Inside pitch, and it's drilled into right field for a base hit. Practically ball 4. But Murphy, who is swinging, drops those hands in and lines it into right. Good piece of hitting there by Daniel Murphy. You see why he's a veteran. That is a tough pitch to get to. Sam Hilliard, the hitter now, takes strike 1. It's probably one of the hardest things is to really keep those elbows in and get the bat to the ball with a pitch that's that inside. Murphy able to drop the hands, really tuck him into the body, tuck the elbow in. And with such great bat speed, able to get the barrel of the bat to the ball. Bat inside, kind of turns into a little golf swing. Here's the 1-1, misses low, 2-1. So many lefties, that slider for Norris is such a lethal weapon. Basically like flinging a frisbee. Here comes the 2-1 to Hilliard. Runs that one up and in. He fights it off. It's 2-2 now. Norris up to 60 pitches. I don't think the Rockies have made him work. They've been patient at the plate, making him work. Here's the 2-2. Grounder to second. Mercer's got it. He'll flip over to short for the easy out. And that will retire the side. Rockies get a base runner with 2 outs, but can't do anything more than that. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Still no score here at Comerica Park. C.J. Crone, the first baseman, will lead things off. Ground out victim in the second. And here's the first pitch to Crone, misses down and in, 1-0. C.J. Crone back with the Tigers this time around. Grounded to short. Story's got it. He'll fire over to first, and there's quickly 1 away here in the 4th. Nice play there by Trevor Story. Just dropped to a knee to scoop it up. Textbook play there at short. I'm bringing up Austin Romine, who walked in the second. Made all the way to third, but Chichi Gonzalez kept him off the base, kept him out of this, kept him off the scoreboard. Fouls that one away. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. High fly ball to center field. Dahl's there to make the catch on the run, and there's 2 away here in the Tigers' 4th.
Now batting, number 14,
Christian Stewart will hit now with 2 outs. 0 for 1 in this one so far. Chichi Gonzalez looking very good in this start so far. It's at 51 pitches through 4 innings. Good spot here for him. First pitch strike there to Stewart. And it's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. That one's fouled away. Rockies looking to capitalize on a Tigers offense that's missing Jonathan Scope and Miguel Cabrera. This is inside 1 for 2. Both of them having the day off. Really just looking to capitalize on this offense. This is a good situation for Chichi Gonzalez to come back in, get a start in. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Stewart. Misses outside, 2-2. And you got a Tigers team that only won 9 games up until this series. And they've really struggled. Here's the 2-2. Flared over to short. And McMahon makes the catch. And that'll retire the side. Kind of a rough play to do for McMahon, but he doesn't. And that'll retire the side. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Rockies as we head to the 5th. Still no score here against the Detroit Tigers. So we get underway here in the 5th. We'll cover some of the headlines throughout this next inning or so. That should be pretty exciting. A lot of fun things going on. I think first and foremost, as Bo Burrows and Jordan Zimmerman warm up in the Tigers bullpen, Daniel Norris up around 61 pitches, and he'll face the designated hitter Ian Desmond. 0 for 1 in this one. Here's the first pitch to Desmond, and it's a called strike all the way. It's 0-1. But baseball is back on television, but not in the way you think. It's the Korean Baseball League that has gotten underway. They started this week. Here's the first pitch to Desmond. Or 0-1 pitch, and it's now 0-2. A big swing at that slider. Desmond hit to a double play his last time up. And takes a called strike 3. So Desmond's sat down on 3 straight pitches. There's one away here in the 5th for the Rockies. I'm bringing up Ryan McMahon. Look at the KBO League. You can find them on ESPN. I think everyone's excited just to, watch some baseball in some form. Here's the 0-1 to McMahon. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. And I think what's nice is there's so much good talent over there in the Korean Baseball League, in the KBO, that, everybody kind of gets to appreciate them a little bit more. They get televised on a national scale in the U.S. as Daniel Norris with back-to-back strikeouts gets McMahon here swinging. And now there's 2 away here. And I'll bring up Tony Walters, the Rockies catcher. But what a great opportunity for the KBO, the players, and the league in general to get that publicity. Kind of get out there. Find them on ESPN. It's where they're get their start there. Here's the 0-1 to Walters. Fouls that one away. Norris living on that outside part of the plate with all these lefties in the lineup. Here's the 0-2 to Walters. Now runs up and in. He lays off. It's 1-2. But I think the KBO game was delayed by a massive fire. This one's popped up to third. Candelario's there to make the catch, and that'll retire the side here in the 5th for the Rockies. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies. So we head to the bottom of the 5th. Still no score here. Tigers looking to sweep the Rockies. But something I love about the KBO is we're getting a lot of Heidi Watney here for some reason. And I am going to skip over that. As Nico Goodrum doubled in the second will lead things off. But it's a great time for guys that are hoping to make it to the majors from the Korean League. The typical Korean players, or also the former minor and major leaguers who are kind of working their way back to the U.S. to play on a big league team. And so I think this is a good opportunity for them to showcase themselves, and everybody has a chance to watch them, because there is little to no other sports to watch, real live sports. And so I think Korean Baseball League, good opportunity for them, for everyone involved. Be interesting to see how it turns out as Goodrum swings to that fastball for strikeout number 2 for Gonzalez in this game. And he's got one away here in the 5th. I'll bring up Hamer Candelario, the third baseman. He'll bat now with 1 out. A walk his last time up. Takes a called strike on the inside corner. I know everybody's kind of trying to figure out what team should I support. That pitch misses down. So currently, after 2, so I saw a little thing, the difference for Korean baseball. Here's the 2-2 to Candelario. Fouls that one off. Is there's 10 teams in 8 cities in the Korean League. They have tie ball games, so the games can be tied after 12 innings, so they don't play more than 12 innings. Their playoff, the way playoffs work for them, now since there's only 10 teams, here's the 2-2 to Candelario. Fouls that one away again. From what it sounds like is the team with the number 1 record in the league just immediately put into their World Series, more or less. 2-2 called on the inside corner. And there's strikeout number 3 for Gonzalez in this game. Just a fastball, paints the black inside. Nice framing there by Tony Walters. Gets the call, and there's 2 away now for Travis Demerit. Left fielder 0 for 1. First pitch swinging, hits that one into right field for a base hit. Blackman gets to it, he rounds first, heads into second. The throw to second, just behind the runner. So a 2-out double for Demerit, his 3rd double of the year. Now to turn the lineup over to Cameron Maben, the center fielder. Just hooks it down the line the other way. Blackman got to it quickly, but hits into the wall. Now there's 2 away with a man at second for Cameron Maben. A pair of flyouts to his credit thus far. As I was saying, in the Korean League, the team with the best record, just immediate spot in their World Series. The top 5 teams make it to the playoffs. So then the other 4 teams have to basically go through the gauntlet to get to that World Series. Here's the 1-0 to Maben. Swings to that one, it's 1-1. Which I think is a very interesting, playoff format. And it really seems like it works for them, because it just puts a really good emphasis on their regular season. They have a 144-game season. It's the 2-1. Lined into center field. That's a base hit. Runner around third. Stutters. And the throw will go to second. And it's 1-0 Tigers here in the 5th. 2-out hitting. Getting to the Rockies yet again. Maben just squares that one up finally. Keeps it down. Just lines it into shallow center field. I'll bring up Jordy Mercer with a man on first now with 2 outs. Rockies trail 1-0. Hit out to right field. Blackman ranging back. It's carrying away, and it's gone! 2-run home run by Jordy Mercer. Got it up into the wind, and the wind pushed it out. And it's quickly 3-0 here in the 5th for the Tigers. Shame for Chichi Gonzalez, who was doing very well until that 2-out double. And then the single, and immediately they're down by 3. Doesn't get all of it, but just enough where it was carrying away from Charlie Blackman and just gets over the fence in right field. So Harold Castro will hit now. He's 0 for 2. And this is a slow roller to second. McMahon's got it. And that'll finally retire the side. But the Tigers are on the board first now. 3-0. Capped by this Jordy Mercer 2-run homer. Way to the top of the 6th. Rockies trailing now. They got a lot of work to do. As Trevor Story will lead things off. He's 0 for 2 with the fly out and the ground out. Gregory Soto and Ronnie Garcia in the Tigers bullpen. As Daniel Norris is in there once again. Daniel Norris still on the mound. Now he's got himself a lead. He's managed to kind of pitch his way through this game despite throwing 71 pitches so far. He's got the Rockies scoreless. So watch the Korean Baseball League. If you can, pick out a team. You know, maybe you find guys that you like. Maybe you just find a mascot or something that you like. Just watch it. It's baseball for you. Support those guys. Support them. You know, if they're playing in these situations, and it's just a bright spot that we can all rally behind. It's 1-2 now on Trevor Story. The 1-2. This one's hit foul. Some of the other news, I don't know if we call it the Players League, ended on Sunday. I don't know if I ever got around to talking about that, but Blake Snell, Tampa Bay Rays pitcher, won the league, beat Lucas Giolito for the MLB The Show Players League tournament. So congrats to him. This one's fouled away. And then the Dream Bracket from Out of the Park Baseball, and hosted by MLB The Show, or MLB. They ended their tournament just yesterday or today. I think it was yesterday. And turns out it was the New York Yankees taking on the Cincinnati Reds, and the Yankees took it all. That pitch misses inside, ball 4, so leadoffs walk here to Trevor Story. And the Rockies open up shop here in the 6th. With the first batter. I can't talk today. It's been a long day. Out in the sun doing yard work. 'Tis the season when you're at home. Here's the first pitch to Dahl. Runs outside, ball 1. Be a good running situation for Trevor Story. It's the 6th inning. Nobody out. You're down 3-0. Here's in the 1-0. Misses outside. To this point, I'm trying to recall if the Rockies have had a man on second yet. Maybe they have. Throw over to first, but Story's back easily. Daniel Norris has got him on his mind. Can't take as big of a lead with the left-hander on the mound, so Story's got to be careful. Here's the 2-0 to Dahl. Big swing there, and it's 2-1. Norris up to 82 pitches. Norris, if you just look strictly at his record, you're going to have a different story than his ERA. Because his record and ERA talk about how this Tigers offense has really struggled. Throw over to second, they got him. Throw back over to first. Can't get the return throw to complete the double play, and so David Dahl will replace Story at first. Nice play there by Jordy Mercer to get the lead runner. Ball was carrying him away, and he spins around to throw it over to Goodrum to get Story at second. So that'll bring up Nolan Arenado with a man on first and 1 out here in the 6th. That's called strike. So yeah, so the Yankees won the dream bracket, which I think was kind of easy to assume. Line drive into center field. That's a base hit. Hard hit liner by Nolan Arenado. Squared that thing up. Hit it directly at Cameron Maben. So that's a 14-game hitting streak for Nolan Arenado. Longest of the season for the Rockies. Charlie Blackmon had a 13-game one, but couldn't keep it going in Philadelphia, and that just might do it here for Daniel Norris. And it will. Ron Gardenhire is going to get the ball from his pitcher, pat him on the back, and say hit the showers. So Daniel Norris, brilliant through 5. He leaves with a 3-0 lead as Bo Burrows will come in making his 12th appearance. He's 2-1, 3.90 ERA, 24 strikeouts, 10 walks, and 27 2/3 innings of work. So pitcher with a man on first and second and 1 out. And he'll face Charlie Blackmon. It's 1 for 2 in this one. First pitch to Blackmon. Swings through that changeup. It's 0-1. But I think it was easy to assume in the dream bracket that the Yankees are going to win. They've had a lot of history. They've been around for a while, had a lot of great talent. Reds have had a lot of great talent. But a lot of their roster is coming, from what I could see, of the years of the Red Machine. Here's the 0-2 to Blackmon. Grounded back up the middle for a base hit. Dahl around third. He heads home. The throw home from Maben is cut off by Crone. And the Rockies are on the board here in the 6th. RBI single for Charlie Blackmon. Slow roller back up the middle, which gave Dahl the opportunity to score. Now, once again, men on first and second. 1 out for Daniel Murphy. Rockies trail 3-1. And he's taking all the way. It's 0-1. Murphy a single in the 4th. Rockies looking to rally back here. They've had the offense over the past week. They've just struggled with that bullpen and the pitching. Here's the 1-1. 1 out now. Comes the 1-1 delivery to Murphy. Popped up, home plate. Romine is there to make the catch. And there's 2 away here. Bad luck there for Daniel Murphy, who popped it just straight up on home plate. And so it'll leave it up to Sam Hilliard with 2 outs. Try and get that run in from second. Hilliard a single in the second. He's 1 for 2. Arenado at second. Here's the pitch. Misses high, ball 1. Arenado at second. Blackmon at first. Rockies trail 3-1 here in the 6th. Trying to avoid the sweep. Big swing there by Hilliard. And it's 1-1. And with the changeup, nice job there by Bo Burrows. The 1-1 called strike on the outside corner. It's 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Runs inside, evens the count at 2. Just had to get out of the way of that one. Here's the 2-2 to Hilliard. Flared out to center field. In comes Maben. Makes the catch. And that'll retire the side. The Rockies get a run across, but they strand 2. They've out-hit the Tigers. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Detroit leads this one by 2. It's 3-1. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Tigers. As Rockies will head to the bullpen. Jairo Diaz making his 22nd appearance. He's 1-0. 6.04 ERA, 18 strikeouts and 5 walks in 22 1/3 innings of work. He'll face C.J. Crone, the first baseman. A couple of groundouts thus far. Diaz has worked a lot. Just looking to have a quick inning here, get the Rockies back to the plate. If that misses inside, it's 1-0. Some of the other news is some of the rumors floating around still of the plan of MLB trying to figure out what to do for the season. So far, it looks like maybe start a spring training in June, like mid to late June, and then start the season roughly July 1st or July 4th weekend is what they're hopefully shooting for. Now, it's still just rumored, nothing's confirmed, there's still a lot up in the air, everybody's in the dark, so it's a lot of speculation and wondering. But it's just hard on a lot of people, just trying to figure out what to do. Now, not just for the players and leagues. This is lined into center field. That gets down for a base hit, so leadoff man's aboard for the Tigers here in the sixth. And we have Austin Romine, Wade Davis, Jake McGee warming up in the Rockies bullpen. Oh, Romine's 0 for 1. This is grounded to second. Flip over to Story. Back over to first for the 4-6-3 double play. And there's 2 away here. Just the way you chalk that one up. First pitch swinging by Romine, just beats it into the ground. McMahon ranges to his right just a little bit. They had him played a little bit up the middle. And now there's 2 away here for Christian Stewart. It's 0 for 2, a fly out and a line out in this one. So here's the first pitch to Stewart. And a swing and a miss, it's 0-1. Last 10 games for Stewart, he's hitting .324. He's been doing very well for the Tigers. But like I was saying, there's just so much uncertainty, and it'd be nice if really they would come out and say a plan, or hey, we're going to have a plan by this day, regardless of, we're going to make a decision by this day, and it's going to stick. Wade Davis, Jake McGee warming up. There, a little double barrel action in the Rockies bullpen, because I think that would just be a lot more helpful for a lot of people. Here's the 1-1. Misses high, ball 2. Is to just kind of give them a deadline of we're going to make a decision by this day. Here's the 2-1. We're going to see what the health situation is like then, and then we're going to make a decision at this point. Because this is just hurting a lot of people of just all this uncertainty. Here's the 2-2. Popped up foul territory, long run for Murphy, but he camps under it and makes the catch. So Diaz gives up the leadoff single, but quickly erases him and retires the side. We head to the 7th, 3-1 Detroit. 5 hits apiece now, as Ian Desmond will lead things off here for the Rockies. He's 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out in this one. Gregory Soto warming up in the Tigers bullpen. First pitch to Desmond misses outside. Bo Burrow's in there for his second inning of work. Came in and gave up the single that scored the run. So Daniel Norris will go 5 1/3. 1 earned run. Pitch misses high, 2-0. Chichi Gonzalez goes 5 innings. 3 runs allowed. But he was cruising. Here's the 2-0. Misses outside. 3-0 now on Ian Desmond. Ryan McMahon waits on deck as the tying run. Here's the 3-0 to Desmond. And taken all the way, it's 3-1. Well, that's the smart call there by Ian Desmond to take it. Hasn't made good contact, and so you don't want to gift him an out by swinging 3-0. He's in a better hitter's count now, 3-1. Taken all the way, it's 3-2 now. Curveball just gets a piece of the plate, and that'll run the count full. So he's got to protect here, payoff pitch. And a swing and a miss. Got him on the slider, and just like that, ahead 3-0. Ian Desmond strikes out just in front of that pitch and a bit ahead. And that'll That'll retire Desmond here and bring up Ryan McMahon. 0 for 2 in this one. First pitch strike there on the fastball. Pair of strikeouts for McMahon today. Had a really hard time making contact. Here comes the 0-1 to McMahon. Swing and a miss through that one. It's 0-2. Just having a hard time picking up the ball or something, but he has really been struggling as of late today. Here's the 0-2 to McMahon. Fights that one off. 0-2. But as I was saying, I just think, I think especially with minor league baseball, that's leaving a lot of people up in the air of those teams and those seasons, those teams and the season really in jeopardy and not knowing what's going on. I feel like at this point, we're in May. Their seasons go to September, roughly. Here's the 1-2 to McMahon. Oh, and a called strike 3. McMahon doesn't like it, can't agree with it. Looked like it was in and out of the zone. But it's a call, rings him up there. Not sure where that pitch was, but there's 2 away now for Tony Walters. 3 strikeouts for Ryan McMahon. He's had a rough day at the plate. Walters is 0 for 2. Strikeout. Here's the 0-1 to Walters. Hits this one out to left field, but Demerit's there to make the catch, and a 1-2-3 inning for the Rockies here as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Detroit leads this one 3-1. Rockies running out of time here, as Detroit looking prime position to sweep this thing. As shortstop Nico Goodrum laid things off, doubled in the second. So he's 1 for 2. Diaz still in there for the Rockies. Pitch misses inside, 1-0. Comes the 1-0 from Diaz, misses, ball 2. Called strike there. Try and look more for some headlines here. Here's the 2-1. Catches the zone, evens count at 2. So other than that, we're just sort of in kind of uncharted territory. A lot of random facts and things that you look at on baseball news. I don't know if you're like me. I'm checking Twitter almost every day and just seeing what the latest tweets are and information on any idea of when a season may start. This pitch misses high, ball 4, so lead off walk here to Nico Goodrum is how the Tigers will start the 7th. Back-to-back leadoff man aboard against Diaz. On ring of Heimer Candelario. Walk in the second, he's 0 for 1. Kicks and deals, misses outside, ball 1. So the Rockies, once again, it's just kind of been a story of their team of really struggling on the road, or when they get behind, they have a really hard time rallying. And in these later innings, they really struggled with their pitching staff this year. A 5.54 staff ERA in total for pitching. Swings to that one, it's 2-1. That's among some of the worst in the league. And that's one of their areas that they really need to improve. Comes the 2-1. Popped up. Third base, Arenado's there. Makes the catch, and there's one away here in the 7th. I'm bringing up Travis Demare, who's 1 for 2. Double and a run scored So his last time up, he doubled down the right field line, and then Cameron Maben drove him in the fifth. Throw over to first. He's back easily. So that gave the Tigers a 1-0 lead, and then Jordy Mercer hit a 2-run homer. The Tigers up 3-0. The Rockies were able to get a run back in the sixth. It's 1-1 now on Demerit. So Chichi Gonzalez goes 5 innings, gives up 3 runs. This one's hit high and deep to center field. That's going to score another run. One hops the wall. Demerit's in to score. Or Goodrum's in to score. Demerit will slide into third with an RBI triple. His first triple of the year, and it's 4-1 Tigers. Diaz leaves one over the plate, and Demerit jumps right all over it. Hits it to deep right center field. And there's a man at third down with 1 out. Cameron Maben, RBI single his last time up. Takes ball 1. Single, an RBI, and a run scored in this one. Chichi Gonzalez, who is called back up after Antonio Senzatella and Jeff Hoffman were sent back to Albuquerque. Chichi Gonzalez making the start today. Yency Almonte in the Rockies bullpen now, and Josh Fuentes on the bench as Garrett Hampson was sent down to Albuquerque. Just trying to find some reinforcements and consistency for this Rockies starting rotation and pitching staff in general. So 1-1 now on Cameron Maben. Fouls that one away. Diaz trying to limit any more damage. Keep the Rockies in this thing. They're down by 3 here in the 7th, and they're running out of time. Got 6 outs to work with so far. Your role as a pitcher, especially coming in when your team's losing, is to give them a good chance. A little shot down the left field line. That's going to score a run. And another RBI single for Cameron Maben. It's 5-1 Tigers. Wasn't hit hard, just kind of a little cue shot off the end of the bat, but Arenado wasn't on the line. Already Jordy Mercer back in his last time up in the 5th inning. Just muscles one out into right field for the 2-run homer. The wind blowing out there kind of helped carry it out. Gave the Tigers a 3-0 lead at the time. He hits now with 1 out and a man at first. Rough go of it for Jairo Diaz here as it's 0-1. Runner takes off for second. The throw down from Walters. Not in time as Maben swipes second easily. Good jump there by Maben. Now there's a man at second, but it's 0-2 on Mercer. Check swing, but it misses low, ball 1. Mercer 1 for 3. That home run is only hit thus far. Rockies just continue trying to figure out how to consistently win. They get on a tiny little winning streak, but then they easily get back onto a losing streak. Very streaky team so far, it seems, in this 2020 simulated season. The 1-2 misses down and away, 2-2. Which is interesting. Now our sideline crowd Rockies are kind of struggling. The Denver Post Rockies and our friends over at the Purple Row Rockies, both of them seem to be faring just a little bit better. But from what I've seen, I think everything's kind of averaging out record-wise. I think their offenses are a lot better than ours. This team's kind of struggling on both fronts. This one's hit foul. It's 3-2. Payoff pitch to Mercer again. Grounded back to short. Story's got it. He'll throw over to first. Good dig there at first by Murphy, and there's 2 away now. Maven moves up to third. Wasn't hit particularly hard. Ricocheted off the mound right at Story, and that'll bring up Yency Almonte, who's going to take over for Diaz. Pitched in yesterday's game, went 3 innings. Gave up a run, but it wasn't earned. Recent call-up for this series, replacing Jeff Hoffman in the bullpen, who was sent down to Albuquerque. Originally drafted by the Angels, then eventually ended up over at the Rockies. First pitch swinging is Harold Castro, and he fouls that one away. Runner at third, 2 outs here. Tigers lead at 5-1. Almonte kicks and deals. Grounded back to short. Story's got it on the run, makes the play. And that'll retire the side. So the Tigers add on. It's now 5-1 Detroit. We head to the top of the 8th. Top of the order due up for the Rockies. They've really got to rally here. As Trevor Story will lead things off, 0 for 2, walk in the 6th. Gregory Soto and Ronnie Garcia warm up for the Tigers. Bo Burrows still in there for the Tigers on the mound. So Trevor Story looking to get something going here. Had 2 homers in yesterday's game. It's been held hitless in this one. Takes the first pitch strike from Burrows. 0-1. Story of Texan. The 0-1. Swing and a miss there. It's quickly 0-2. Well, after today's game, the Rockies will head back to Colorado and start a 4-game series against the Cincinnati Reds, who are coming into town. So that'll be fun to have the Reds coming around. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Romine will throw down to first. And there's 1 away here in the Rockies' 8th. Burrows just drops the ball off the table. Right of the hand, and Story swings through it. Nice bit of pitching there by Bo Burrows. Good action there. I'm bringing up David Dahl, who's 0 for 3. Ground out in the 6th. His last time up, and there's 1 away here. Misses outside, ball 1. Well, David Dahl, in the midst of a 4-game hitting streak, he's really upped his average. Had a lot of success as of late. Kind of beginning in that Philadelphia series, so he's had a good road trip. He's moved back up into the 2-hole. Was the DH yesterday, playing center field today. Called strike there. It's 1-2. Bo Burrows has just been pounding the zone, getting a lot of swing and misses by the Rockies. This one's fouled away. After giving up the RBI single to Charlie Blackmon in the 6th, he hasn't done much. Rockies haven't done much else against him. Same pitch in the dirt. Gets Dahl to swing through it, and back-to-back strikeouts here for Burrows. That's his 4th of the game. Now there's 2 away here for Nolan Arenado. Single in the 6th. As now they are running out of time here in Detroit. They lost the first 2 games of this series. Lost game 1 in extras. Then lost game 2 yesterday.
Count 1-0.
And now the count's 1-0. I'm sure they'll be grateful to get back home to Colorado. This one's fouled away. There's something about getting back home to your home crowd, get revitalized by them. Here's the 1-1 to Arenado. Misses high, 2-1. That's the nice thing about Coors Field is those fans are always very supportive. Despite all of the rough years that the Rockies have had, there is still a very dedicated fan base that loves showing up at Coors Field to root for the team. That runs outside, 3-1. And I'm sure it's good for guys to be able to play in those environments, to get revitalized by them. Of course, it gets even better when the team consistently wins. And that pitch runs inside, ball 4, so 2-out walk here to Arenado. That'll bring up Charlie Blackmon, RBI singles last time up. Blackmon a pair of singles in this one. Rockies don't have an extra base hit.
Nope, that's the ball.
This is high, ball 1. They've just got a few singles here and there spread throughout, but other than that, here's the 1-0. Runs up and in, 2-0. But now would be a good time for Charlie Blackmon to get that extra base hit for the Rockies. Here's the 2-0 delivery from Burrows. Just misses low, ball 3. So after getting the first two men via the strikeout, Arenado and Blackmon being a little bit more patient at the plate. And here's the 3-0 delivery. Ooh, and a called strike in the inside corner. Might have been ball 4, but we'll stand back in. Here's 3-1. That one runs inside, ball 4. So back-to-back walks here with 2 outs for the Rockies, and Daniel Murphy will come in.
The first baseman, number 9.
Detroit leads at 5-1. Rockies with another one of their good scoring chances they've had in this one. Tigers will go to the bullpen for Buck Farmer, making his 7th appearance. He's 1-0 with a 4.76 ERA, 9 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 5 2/3 innings of work. He's 0 for 2 in save opportunities, but it's kind of in a hold situation at this moment. So Daniel Murphy, 1 for 3 in this one. Right on left. Rockies with quite a few lefties in their lineup. Here's the first pitch to Murphy. Calling strike at the top of the zone. It's 0-1. Murphy, 167 average with runners in scoring position. Popped up to the catcher last time he batted with the runner on second. Here's the 0-1. This one's hard hit into the gap in left center field. That's going to get down. Arenado's going to score. Blackmon will round third. He'll score. And it's a 2-run double for Daniel Murphy. Second pitch from Buck Farmer just drills it into left center field. And just like that, the Rockies are back within 2 here in the top of the 8th. Sam Hilliard's to the plate now. Represents the tying run. And that pitch misses low, ball 1. Good piece of hitting there by Daniel Murphy. Just squares up on it. Hits with the ball. Kind of goes with the ball and hits it the other way. And just drills it into the gap in left field. Easily able to score Arenado and Blackmon. Here's the 1-1 to Hilliard. Swings to that one around the knees, and it's 1-2. So 2 outs here. Runner on second. Look for the breaking ball here. Swing and a miss. Got him with the fastball. And that'll retire the side, but Rockies score 2 runs off of the Daniel Murphy double. Way to the bottom of the 8th. It's 5-3 now, as 4, 5, and 6 do up for Detroit here at Comerica Park. As CJ Cron will lead things off. 1 for 3 in this one, a single in the 6th. Yency Almonte still on the mound for the Rockies. Only threw 2 pitches to close out the 7th, so he'll stay in there for Bud Black. with his club down 5-3. 0-1 now on Crone. Big swing and a miss. Good bite to that slider, and it's 0-2. Like I said, Almonte, I believe, was originally drafted by the Angels. Now pitch swings and hits that one foul. Almonte comes out of Florida. Swing and a miss. Gets Crone. So there's one away here to start off the 8th. Good pitch sequence there by Yency Almonte. It's high in the zone, then low and away, then back up and in on it. That pitch runs inside. It's 1-0 on Austin Romine. So Almonte was originally drafted by the Angels in 2012. Debuted that year with the Arizona League Angels, pitched 3 innings. Then 2013 was with the Orem Owls. This one's hit well foul. Where he went 3-3 with a 6.92 ERA in 13 games. Kind of struggled with the Burlington Bees in 2014, where he went 2-5. Pitch in the dirt, and he swings through it. Back-to-back strikeouts here for Yency Almonte. He's got 2 outs here in the 8th with Christian Stewart coming up, who's 0-3. Then, prior to 2015, he was traded to the White Sox. And then before the 2016 season, so in November 2015, Almonte was traded to Colorado for Tommy Kahnle. First pitch swinging by Stewart, and he fouls that one away. Where he did very well in 27 starts between the Modesto Nuts and the Hartford Yard Goats. The old one Stewart swings to that one, it's 0-2. Went a combined 11-10 with a 3.58 ERA. Rockies then added him to the 40-man roster, then debuted in 2018 eventually, or 2019. No, it was 2018. I can't read. This one's fouled away. So with the Isotopes and Hartford, he went 8-4 with a 2.91 ERA in 22 games. And then in June of 2018, he debuted with the Rockies. Pitched 1 scoreless inning of relief against the Mets at Coors Field. It's a nice little journey for him. Good for him trying to turn things around when he got to the Rockies. This one's flared foul down the left field line, so Stewart will have to trot back home and do it again. Here's the 0-2 to Stewart. Just misses low. It's 1-2. Like I said, Almonte went 3 innings yesterday to close out the ball game, after Ryan Castellani and Tyler Kinley both struggled. Pitch misses high, evens the count at 2. I have seen his picture on the wall of major leaguers. I saw him on the wall at the Orem Owls when I interned with him, and a called strike 3 at the knees with that slider. Stewart can't believe it, but he'll walk back to the dugout. Good outing by Yency Almonte. We head to the top of the 9th. Rockies down by 2.
Your attention, please.
And they'll face Joe Jimenez. His 11th appearance. He's 0-2 with 5 for 7 in save opportunities. 6.52 ERA. 8 strikeouts to 3 walks. Both righties and lefties have hit well against him. So the Rockies have a good chance here. Ian Desmond can lay things off here. He's 0-3 in this one. Strikeout victim his last time up. With the first pitch to Desmond. That misses inside, ball 1. Rockies have had some luck in the 9th inning. Scored a run yesterday in the 9th via the solo home run. But a bloop and a blast is all you need to tie this thing up. Pitch misses high, ball 2. So you have Desmond, and then Ryan McMahon, and then Tony Walters. Those are your next three batters for this inning. Here's the 2-0. That one's fouled away. It's 2-1 now on Ian Desmond. Well, Desmond has really struggled in his time with the Rockies after he signed that 5-year deal with them. This is in the second to last year of that deal that he signed prior to the 2017 season. Comes the 3-1 to Desmond. Swinging, lifts one to left field, but just got underneath it. Demerits there, makes the catch, and there's one away here in the ninth. Rockies down to their final 2 outs. Good at bat there, but he just got under it. Good contact. I'll bring up Ryan McMahon, who's 0 for 3. 3 strikeouts thus far, trying to change his luck. Looking to get on base here. Turn it over to Tony Walters. First pitch to McMahon is lifted down the line, foul. And as kicks and deals, that fastball runs outside, 1-1. Another 1-1 to McMahon. Can't get on top of that slider, and it runs up and away. It's now 2-1. McMahon trying to get on base here as he swings to that slider. It evens the count at 2-2. Well, if anything, you just want to at least make contact here. Hustle down the line, see if you can make something happen. Tigers not one of the better defensive teams. This one's lined into left field, gets down for a base hit. So McMahon with a 1-out single goes down and gets that one. Change up, 87 miles an hour. McMahon sticks with it. He's able to line it into left. So a man aboard here. Numbering with the tying run, and Tony Walters is 0 for 3. Looking to change his luck in this one. Menace comes set. Here's the first pitch to Walters. That one's hit foul. It's 0-1. Another 0-1 delivery to Walters, misses low, ball 1. One delivery to Walters. That one's through the hole, base hit into left field. Just got a piece of it. Candelario, who is playing closer to the line, isn't able to get to it. So there's 2 men aboard now for Trevor Story. A walk his last time up, but he's 0 for 3 in this one. So Jimenez in a bit of a jam here. 1 away here in the ninth. First pitch strike to Trevor Story. Story, like I said, had 2 home runs in yesterday's game. Now would be a good time to add another. Here's the 0-1. Runs outside with the slider. 1-1. Story's hitting 125 with the runners in scoring position. 6 homers on the year for Story. The base hit here could score McMahon, make it a 1-run game, and you hand it over to David Dahl. Hit high to center field. Maben there makes the catch. Runners will retreat. Now there's 2 away now. Just got under that one. Story's had some good contact in this one, but just has come up empty. They'll bring up David Dahl, who's 0 for 4, strikeout in the 8th. 6 for 13 in the series. So Dahl's been doing well, but now he hits with 2 men out. Runners on first and second. Tying run at first. So he represents the go-ahead run. Luckily, he's been hitting .348 with runners in scoring position. One of the things the Rockies have struggled with. So here's another 0-1 to Dahl. Hits that one foul. It's quickly 0-2. Situation where Jimenez may go back to that slider that he's been using. A little bit of a backdoor action. Here's the 0-2 to Dahl. Runs inside. Ball one. Went back to the fastball. It's 1-2. Dahl looking to keep the Rockies alive. You got Nolan Arenado waits on deck, and Charlie Blackmon after him. So the 1-2 to Dahl. Jams in, but he hits it foul. It's 1-2. Stressful situations here for the Rockies. Comes the 1-2 to Dahl. Grounds to first. Crone's got it. He'll take it to the bag, and that will do it here for this one. Well, the Detroit Tigers hold on. They win a commanding 3-game series. They sweep the Rockies. They win this one 5-3. Rockies threatened there in the 9th, but they can't do anything more as they strand them on first and second. So Daniel Norris goes 5 innings, gives up a run, and he'll get the win. Chichi Gonzalez takes the loss in his return to the Rockies lineup. So Rockies lose this one 5-3. Rockies out-hit the Tigers 8-7, but they can't do anything more. Norris improves to 3-5. Chichi Gonzalez drops to 0-4, and Jimenez gets his 6th save of the year for the Tigers. Player of the game is Travis Demerit, who goes 2 for 3 with a triple and a double. Some of the other notables for the Tigers: Jordy Mercer with his goes 1 for 4 with a 2-run homer. Cameron Maben 2 for 4 with a couple of RBIs, and Nico Goodrum goes 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. Travis Demerit goes 2 for 3. And here's some of the notables for the Rockies: Daniel Murphy 2 for 4 with a 2 RBI double. Charlie Blackmon 2 for 3 with a RBI and a run scored. Nolan Arenado 1 for 2 with a run scored, and Sam Hilliard 1 for 4. Daniel Norris goes 5 1/3, 4 hits, 6 strikeouts, 1 earned run, 2 walks. Chichi Gonzalez manages 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, 3 earned runs, and 2 walks. So that'll do it all here for this series against the Tigers. Sadly, the Rockies drop 3 in a row as they get swept by the Tigers. They now head back to Colorado to begin a series against the Cincinnati Reds, which will begin tomorrow. So that'll do it just about here on the Sideline Crowd. Once again, I'm Skylar Timmons. Thank you so much for joining us on this Wednesday evening. Hope you're all doing well. We'll see you back here again tomorrow here as we'll pay attention to our Facebook page, the Sideline Crowd, and you can see, we'll try and announce what time we're going to be doing the game. Please join us. You can join us live, and it's always a lot of fun. You can join me in the chat, drop some questions, so that way we don't feel alone during these crazy, crazy times. Once again, this is the Sideline Crowd. Find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Tell your friends about us, and be sure to subscribe. Let us know how you're doing. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. We are not affiliated with MLB, Colorado Rockies, or MLB The Show. Just doing this for fun. And we will see you next time here on the Sideline Crowd. Once again, the Rockies lose it 5-3. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.